Wake up with us, it's time to rise and shine. Morning mayhem's on the air, we're feeling fine. We got a motto, Tom and Mama Manning too. Bringing you the latest, there's nothing we can't do. Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional, we're knocking down the door.
Good morning, Woodland, and welcome to Monday, the last Monday in April, April 28th. It is, it's an A day today, if I'm not mistaken. What is that? An Ababa?
A Baba
A
week.
Baba, not a Baba B.
No,
It's
Baba week.
A Baba week. So, a full week again. It looks like it's going to be a beautiful week, too.
Mm-hmm.
And are we getting to the end of spring sports? We're right near. We're not near the NVLs yet, are we?
Far from it.
Far from mid-season.
Yeah.
Mid-season. All right. Good. And play one off without a hitch, from what I understand.
Sounds that way.
Yeah. No. Hearing good things. Indeed. On this day in history, I don't know if you know, in 1789, it was the Mutiny on the Bounty. I always thought that was just a movie.
Oh no.
But research proves I was wrong.
Epic story.
They were happy in Tahiti and they didn't want to go home.
And Bligh was just as evil. Bligh ends up later on having like an even worse career. He loses another ship. As a pariah, sort of like pushed to the side.
So that happened today. So a mutiny on a Monday. That just seems like the perfect day to have a mutiny.
The descendants still live on the island.
Really?
Yeah.
Did not know. There you go. Learning something. This show is educational.
I think it's Pecan Island, or
is it pecan or pecan?
The
tomato.
The descendants still live there. You can stop there and buy
the Disney
things.
show.
Yes,
Oh,
they live there as well.
All the villains from the Disney era live on the island.
Oh,
That's
painful.
Marlon Brando, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm just jumping references this morning. That's
Marlon Brando's in one of the movies. There's the Marlon Brando one. Then there's
the first one.
Yeah, then there's a color one. The color one's actually, from what I remember, more historically accurate.
Mel Gibson,
Yeah.
I think, was the second
Yep.
one.
And then Revenge of the Mutiny came out after that.
Then they did the prequels.
And then the prequels to the Mutiny.
Now there's the spin-off series.
Yeah, it just gets crazy. Today's birthday, Jay Leno was born today, from late night television fame and big car collector. And today's International World Day is International World Day for Safety and Health at Work. It's just a day to promote safety and health at work.
That's a safe topic.
It is a very safe topic. So if you're at a desk and you sit a lot, maybe get up and stretch. That's the health. If it's safety.
I ripped my pants on my desk.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Was that today?
No.
Oh, but it looks fashionable now because it looks like it's gone through the washer and it's like frayed.
Yep, exactly.
People pay like $90 for ripped pants like that. So you might be able to sell those.
There you go.
I don't know what else is going on today, but in the building, we have some things that are happening. There's a GSA meeting that's coming up on May 1st. That is towards the end of this week. We have not seen the update on the pom-pom poll of the week yet. That hasn't been updated. Darn. McDonald's versus Chick-fil-A. Legally Blonde, we know that they finished up. The Beacon Falls Police Cadets, don't forget, May 7th, 6 to 8 p.m. That's at the Beacon Hose Fire Company. Class of 2025, tickets are on sale for the prom. That's going to be Friday, May 23rd. You got to the end of this month. That's 2 days. 4:30. 4:30 is Wednesday, right?
Going?
The prom?
Yeah.
I do have seniors this year. I'm going to go this year.
I am too.
I'm looking forward to it. Good bunch of kids I've had for 4 years. So be sad to see them go.
Yep.
But don't tell them I said that. Let's just keep that between us.
All right.
Yeah. Best kept secret is always done live on the morning show. Let's see. And don't forget to charge a Chromebook every night and let's do this every morning. Time now for the news with Tomlin.
And now, with the latest headlines, over to the news desk with Tomlin.
Good morning. A couple stories start your day. First off, switch over here. I wasn't quite ready.
I'm sorry. I was
trying to. I'm like finishing up doing stuff, trying to switch over here.
I was riffing through the whole
All right.
morning stuff.
All right, so U.S. President Donald Trump has met Ukraine President Volodymyr Zelensky at the Vatican April 26th.
Yes, he
This is
did.
right before the funeral of the late pontiff. And he believes, President Trump believes, that Zelensky is ready to concede Crimea and ready to make a deal. So the U.S. proposal for the peace treaty to end the war is that Russia gets Crimea forever, and the U.S. recognizes that Eastern Ukraine is occupied by Russia probably forever. Ukraine has said no. Russia's concession is that they will stop the war. President Trump, after his meeting with Volodymyr Zelensky, believes that Zelensky is willing to give up Crimea, but not Eastern Ukraine. So we'll see how the continuing story goes. Washington forces have hammered the Houthis for near daily airstrikes since March 15th in an operation dubbed Rough Rider, seeking to end the threat they pose to vessels in the Red Sea and Gulf of Aden and reestablish U.S. regional deterrence. More than 800 targets in Yemen with over 100 Houthis killed.
Wow, that's exhilarating.
Global military spending, speaking of accelerating, has reached $2.7 trillion. This is a record increase. Is the steepest post-Cold War surge that we've seen.
That's not just us. You're saying
No,
worldwide, like
globally.
all countries.
Europe and the Middle East are leading the increase in spending on the military.
War is business.
Closer to home, Canada is heading to the polls
Today
today.
is going to be a big day.
So if you are Canadian, happy election day for our northern neighbors.
Hey.
It's a crucial election dominated by President Trump's trade war and the aftermath of a deadly car ramming attack in Vancouver over the weekend. Voters will either pick current Prime Minister Mark Carney and his Liberal Party, or the opposition Conservative Party with Pierre Poilievre. I mean, there's other parties, but these are the two big ones to
Kind of like here where we have multiple parties.
But they have more viable third parties than we do. They're far more viable than ours. Like none of our third parties are in Congress. They have third parties in Parliament.
Good
So,
call.
and then last but not least, for those of you interested in watching chimneys and smoke coming out of them, conclave begins 15 to 20 days after the Pope has died, which would mean the Catholic Church will be entering conclave anywhere between May 6th and 11th.
I just heard, I believe it's May 7th. I believe this morning they just got the press release that the Vatican says it can be Wednesday.
Excellent.
Is that May 7th? Is that a Wednesday?
Yes.
Excellent.
May 7th. And the last two conclaves only took 2 days.
Correct.
So we'll see. It doesn't mean it's going to take.
This one is
just
being predicted to be a long one. This is being predicted to be a long one because of the change in the college.
just like the NFL draft for
Well,
papal service.
it is, and it's a bit more complex. So Pope Francis
And
created.
the NFL draft. Have you watched the NFL draft?
I have. I chose
Talk
not.
about complex.
I chose not to talk about the crank call that happened
Oh,
in the NFL draft. But this conclave is going to be a little bit more complex because Pope Francis famously created new areas of the world with cardinals. With the same token, he famously did not bring the cardinals together that often. So for a lot of these individuals, this is the first time they're really meeting each other, IRL, as the kids say,
Gotcha.
as composed to previously where they would have sat in committees together and they would have talked with each other. So there's always that awkward, it's been described as like the first day of school where everyone's like, hi.
It's like that family reunion after you haven't had a family reunion for 5 years.
But this is one where you just discovered there's big chunks of the family you never knew existed. So
Right.
people are showing up. So it's predicted to be longer.
Or sometimes people have married into the family or meeting for that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
They're predicting this might be a 5 to 7 day one or longer. I mean, the longest was several years.
Do you have your fantasy team assembled?
Oh, I haven't done that yet. Oh,
We'll be interested to see who's on your fantasy Pope team.
Gonna
And
look that
that's
up.
the news with Tomlin. Over to the sports desk with Mama Manning.
Here's a shot at the buzzer.
Strike three call.
Catch, touchdown.
Time now for sports
Sports.
with Mama Manning.
Good morning. Good morning. I'm shocked. No mention of the Star Wars movie.
Oh, the re-release?
Yes.
Re-release?
Yeah. Yeah, that's was it
That's old.
Phantom
news.
Menace came out? No, it wasn't Phantom Menace. Which one? Return of the Jedi was last week. What's this week?
I don't know.
Maybe it
So
was
many of
Phantom.
them.
Maybe it was Phantom. Because aren't they
Uh,
re-releasing all of them to
All of them.
Yeah.
the theaters one time, once a week, or one every week, or in a week there's a movie, and I don't know, whatever. Hey, sports, how we doing?
All right. Friday, girls tennis lost a close one to Holy Cross, 5-2. Boys baseball lost to St. Paul, 12-0.
Oof.
Boys tennis slipped past Holy Cross, 3-2.
Okay, right in there.
That's right. Today we have girls softball versus Oxford away at 3:45.
That's always a good game.
Yes.
That has become like the latest good game the past couple of years.
Girls tennis versus Seymour, 3:30 away. Boys baseball. Now this has changed several times, and I just checked, so this is the latest. Boys baseball versus Torrington is now home, 4 p.m.
All right. Is that a makeup game, or that's just because
Well,
they were
it
rescheduled?
was supposed to be away. It was supposed to be Tuesday. Got changed back to Monday home. So it's
Gotcha,
all over the
okay.
place. But that is the latest.
So if you show up and there's no one there, you
You're in
wouldn't
the
be
wrong
surprised.
place.
Yeah.
Yes. Boys golf versus Oxford away,
Okay.
which of course is home.
Yep.
2:45.
Who are they playing?
Oxford.
Oh, Oxford at Oxford,
Exactly. Which is away.
which is away
Yeah,
at their home.
that's right. And we have Tuesday, tomorrow, boys and girls track versus Seymour home at 3:30.
All right.
So a lot going on this week.
That's good. That's good indeed. No updates on the NFL draft. How the Giants do? I see you got your Giants garb on this
Somewhere-
morning.
Yes, Mama's happy today.
There we go.
Yes, but I'm more excited about the Celtics.
Okay.
3-1.
3-1.
3-1. Big game last night.
Yeah. Moving on.
Moving on. A lot of injuries though.
Yeah.
You got to fight through it.
Well, if you're going to win, you can't let anything hold you back.
That's right. That's right.
And that's the sports with Mama Manning.
Guys, ready? Game today. Big game. Home. 4:00. Okay. See? I
look
woke
like,
them
they
up.
look like they were surprised that there was a
Yes.
game today. I don't know.
Today?
Wait, there's a game? Is it against Torrington? I don't know. But if you got nothing else to do this afternoon, let's get out to our home stadium. I'm going to call it a stadium.
Wow.
But-
I like it.
You know, I think we should have
I'm
like
here for it.
a green wall out in the back. That'd be like a kind of a Fenway kind of thing on the back.
But
Like,
we have a green wall, all right.
why don't we, like, it's
They had to
just
trim the
trees.
branches.
Yeah. I'm saying, why don't we build something up like that? That'd be great.
That would be great. Mikey, you ready? Game today. Home. Yep,
Yeah, see, he knew.
What
The,
time?
other, the other kids didn't know.
There you go.
See, yeah.
4. Yep, very good.
Some of
See,
us
he
were.
knows.
He's a sophomore.
And if you're wondering, we're on the air every morning at 7 a.m. So join us again tomorrow morning. And don't forget, on behalf of the show, she's Mama Manning. He's Tomlin. I'm Amato. Good morning, Woodland.
Morning mayhem, it's a wild ride. Sports news and the daily updates, we're on your side. Special guests and interviews galore. We're taking over Woodland Regional. We're knocking down the door.
Every morning at 7 a.m.
Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram too. We're streaming on Spotify. We're reaching out to you. Join the Morning Mayhem crew.
Knocking down the door.